Thanks to everyone who has subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. 50 years on, Nigeria struggles with memory of Biafra's war. Colonel Odumegu Emeka Ojukwu, the leader of the breakaway Republic of Biafra, stand in front of a Biafra flag as he addressed a press conference in Enugu, August 16, 1967. Dikoye Oyeyinka, 33, has been beamed as one of the most promising Nigerian writers of his generation. He went to some of the finest schools in his West African homeland, but says that, like the majority of his classmates, he didn't know anything about Biafra until I was 14, when he began to find out about the brutal civil war that nearly tore Nigeria apart. It was not in the classroom. Instead, it was a classmate in his dormitory who showed him a leaflet demanding Nigerian Southeast break away from the rest of the country. Before then, Oyeyinka has known nothing about how leaders from the Igbo ethnicity group declared the independent state of Biafra in 1967. He knew nothing of the conflict that resulted and the 30 months of fighting and famine estimated to have cost over 1 million lives before the surrendering 50 years on in January 1970. We have had a very brutal history. The older generation went through a lot of trauma, Oyeyinka told AFP. We just sweep it under the carpet, pretending nothing happened. But without knowing our history, we will repeat the same mistakes. Our history is a succession of deja vu. It was to try to break this circle of ignorance that Oyeyinka wrote the novel Stillborn, a historic epic about Nigeria from the days of British colony rule in 1950 to 2010. In it, the Civil War is a pivotal event. Unlike other famous Nigerian writers such as Ngozi Chinua Achebe and the rest of them, Oyeyinka is one of the few non-Igbo writers to have dwelt on the conflict. An Igbo friend got angry at me and said, "You can't write about us. It's our conflict," he recounted. But Oyeyinka insisted that all Nigerians need to be made aware of what happened. We need to address these traumas ourselves as a country, otherwise we are in a time bomb waiting to explode. Why in the rest of Africa's most populous nation may know nothing about their history, especially Biafra. Biafra flag, an iconic red, black, and green with a rising golden sun, make appearance on the front of buildings and half-line still demanding independence. The security forces deployed heavily in the region are quick to stamp out any clamor of a new Biafra. At the end of the war in 1970, Nigerian war leader Gowon famously declared there was no victor, no victimized, as he thought to reunite his shattered country. The leader of the breakaway Republic of Biafra, Ojukwu, went into exile for 13 years before being pardoned. He returned to Nigerian politics but was detained for 10 months in prison. Leading Nigeria, Pat Otome says that many Igbos, the country's third biggest ethnic group after the Hausas and Yoruba, still feel marginalized. One key event was when current President Muhammadu Buhari, then a military chief, seized power in 1983 and stopped the only Igbo aspirant to get close to leading Nigeria since the war from becoming head of state. In the early 1980s, people had forgotten about the war, but the succession of poor leadership brought bitterness among the new generation, Otome said. More division. Nowadays, Any incident from the closure of the only airport in the southeast last year to the sacking of Igbo shops by customers officials in custom Lagos can cause grievances to flare up. It's important to deal with history, to write it down. In Nigeria, we try to cover it up, Otome said. We are more divided today than we have ever been before the Civil War. We learned from nothing. Well, this is an historic mark of what happened in Nigeria about 50 years ago, from the independence, from when Nigeria became a country to where we are now. It feels to many people that Nigeria was a stillbirth. She wasn't really ready before she got her independence. And in 1967, Biafrans started seeking independence, and then the war broke out. For about 30 months, we had series and lots of them were killed. But do you know that for one, I never really read this in my history books. I got to know about it personally. Speaking, this is my personal experience. I got to know about Biafra not less than 5 years old, not less than 5 years ago. And trust me, I'm over 25. So this is kind of a serious issue, and we need to look at what happened, look at it, have a closure so that we can move forward. Because since I've been young and up till now, no Igbo man has risen to the leadership, to the number one leadership position in this country. And that is because the Hausas and the Yorubas, even the South has had a turn, but not the Igbo man. And we need to correct this mistake so that we can move forward. I want to hear what you think. What are your thoughts on the history of Nigeria 50 years on? Do you think we'll be more divided than we were before? What are your thoughts? Please leave me a comment respectfully in the comment section. Let's look at this together. Let's look at how people can get closure. Let's look at what we can do. I want to say thank you to all who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And I believe that the Igbos should be duly compensated, especially with the forthcoming election in 2023. They should be given the opportunity to lead this country. I want to clamor for support from all over the nations, from all over Nigeria, especially from the west to the north to the south, everywhere. Let's come together and make this place better by giving the Igbo a chance, so that for once we can correct a mistake that has been done in this country. Thank you to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to click on the notification button so that you can be informed with all our latest news. Thank you to everyone who is listening out there. I really appreciate you. Do have a lovely day, and God bless. Bye.